Hey everyone, welcome back. And today we have a lookup question to solve. Okay, so we already discussed one lookup question. So I'll just put the link above. Okay, so you can watch it and come back. Okay, so in this lookup question, we have a use case. We have input files 1 to 3 up to 10, and then we have a lookup file also like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to bring the output. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so how do you bring this? Okay, how do you design the ETL, and then how do you write the code, and then how do you know what are the ways you can implement? Okay, so we'll just get started with this session. So first, the experience level, you see, generally lookup concepts will be asked for, either junior or senior, doesn't matter. Okay, so you will get whether you are junior or senior, but if you're a senior, no, you might get, dynamic lookup as well. Okay, so lookup concepts, okay, which includes, no lookup add and lookup create, like those things. Okay, so dynamically how do you create and load the lookup? Okay, so we'll discuss on this topic in future. Okay, so coming on. Okay, so now recruiter expectation. Okay, so from, see, whenever they target a lookup question, they will, they'll check your ability to solve questions. See, based on, see, mostly join, lookup, I mean static lookup. Okay, so for if you are a junior, you must practice these areas. Okay, see now, so this question can be done in the join as well. Okay, so even if you solve this question, the recruiter may come back and they will ask you how do you do without lookup. Okay, so first thing would be, if you know, if you solve this question. Okay, if you solve this question, they will ask you like how do you solve. Okay, how do you solve without lookup. Okay, so without without using lookup concept. Okay, whatever. Okay, if you consider that as a some other file. Okay, so that we can do with the join. Okay, so so may see mostly join and lookup, and then these are like, see, every project has some lookup files. Okay, in our Abinitio project, so ETL, so you must have a, some, like some solid knowledge on lookup, so that you will not be blinking, okay, in the interview. Okay, so that's kind of additional. Okay, see, there are additional concepts which is like not too advanced or not too simple, but it's like normal one. Okay, so lookup comes under this one. Okay, so it's like not too advanced, so dynamic will be advanced. Okay, so we'll discuss on that one, but this question is like a static lookup which is like simple. Okay, so so concepts here is you must understand on the lookup concept. Okay, so no able to see, when I say lookup concept, you understand the theoretically but practically. Okay, so even coding knowledge as well. Okay, so when you say coding language, knowledge, you must know about functions. Okay, so lookup functions that that are needed for this the use case. Okay, so what function will you take? Okay, and then how will you design? Okay, so those areas, and then complete lookup function is fine, and then writing the code. Okay, so logic writing, so that one. So how do you build the logic around the lookup function? Okay, so that's it. So these are the concepts. So let's design the ETL, and then let's code. Okay, so here my idea is, see, I'll just try to tell you the like interview logic. Okay, so the logic and the idea begins. Okay, so here idea is we have input file. Okay, so one 1, 2, 3 like that. Okay, so up to 10 we have. Okay, so you have up to 10 you have. Okay, so 1 to 10 up to you have up to 10. Okay, like this. So I am planning to put a reformat. Okay, simple reformat is fine. Okay, so how I'm going to filter. Okay, suppose you have one lookup file here. Okay, so you have a lookup file, let's say lkp. Okay, so this is a lookup file. Okay, so with the name lkp. Okay, so just imagine. Okay, lookup file. Okay, so this lookup file has the content 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3. Okay, so up to 5. Okay, okay, so how will you bring the output? Okay, so like 6, so the 6 7 8 9 10, how will you bring that? Okay, see, in the reformat, there are like, see, I told you there are like other ways. Okay, as well. Okay, so you have a join way as well. Okay, so you can do it with the join as well. Okay, joining these two files, and then I'll just tell you that method as well. Okay, first we'll see this method. Okay, so here my idea is that we have these numbers, and then it is going to the reformat, and then we have to kind of check whether it's matching or not. Okay, so if it is matching, no, we just have to throw it away. Okay, because like see 1 2 3 4 5, and it will match with 1 2 3 4 5 here from input, and then we have to throw it away. Okay, so we have to apply the transform only for the unmatched ones. Okay, so basically the logic would be filter the unmatched ones. Okay, so we want only the matched ones, so filter out the unmatched ones. So we want unmatched ones, so filter out the matched ones. Okay, so how do you filter out? Okay, so we have see, that's why you have to know strong idea on the basic components. Okay, so I missed here. Okay, so strong idea on basic components, so that's like important. If you're junior or senior, doesn't matter, you have to understand some strong knowledge. Okay, strong idea on this reform component. So this one here we have select, right? We select in a reformat, right? So in this parameter what you can do is that I can write a code. Okay, so lookup match, and then here the lookup name. Okay, I have lookup name as lkp. Okay, let's close that. Okay, here now key. Okay, so we have only one column. Okay, so this column. Okay, so only one column with the data. I'll just put this column as a string, and it's a decimal data. Okay, so I'll just write the dml. Okay, so we have only data field, so in the data. Okay, so you see this one will will return you either true or false, right? So this one will return you either true or false. If it is matching, then it will return true. Okay, so how, so now we will this one select will just fetch the matching ones. Okay, so how will you do the negation? Okay, so you just negate it. Okay, in the front. Okay, so that's it here. Okay, so this one so now this line will fetch the unmatched records. Okay, so it will allow the unmatched records to pass through the reformat. Okay, so it will just filter down. Okay, so it will filter the matched ones. Okay, so it will not choose. Okay, so won't choose 1 2, okay, up to 5. Okay, because those are already present in the lookup. Okay, which is matching. Okay, so because that's kind of giving you a true one, right? So it will not select that. Okay, so now what will happen in the in the transform? Okay, so you have transform parameter here. You just have to just print outer star inner star. That's it. Okay, you don't have to do anything. That's it. Okay, because see, because this even see in this line, in the single line, we have completed the entire logic and code. Okay, so this one will give you it first of all, when first record comes in. Okay, so imagine the data flow when first record comes into the reformat. Okay, so according to runtime. Okay, so just remains in the runtime. Okay, so in the runtime, reformat will run the select. Okay, so when you run the select now, so it will do the lookup match. Okay, so one is matching with the one. Okay, so now it will return a false. Okay, so it's a negation of true, right? So true negation, it will be false for the first record. Okay, and for the second record again false. Okay, so again skip. Third, fourth, five, again false, it will skip. Okay, so when you have a sixth record will come in, and then here this line will be give will return you true. Okay, so then reformat goes to transform, and then 6 7 8 9 10 everything will be printed to the output. So this is the logic. Okay, so what are the other ways? So other ways we have a join. Okay, I think that's simple. I think that you might know. Okay, so I think you might know from if you have good knowledge on join, you might know like understand this one. Okay, so now what happens? Okay, see, join simple. Okay, you just when you connect these two files, you know uh, uh, if you connect, okay, if you connect those two files, those two input files. Now if you have a driving input, okay, first this one is a driving input. Okay, and this one is second input file. Okay, so what happens, we have to put in a join, and then we have to collect from the unused port 0. That's it. Okay, so you will get all the math unused. So you just connect those two input files and then put in a join. Okay, and then what you do, and then you just collect from unused. Okay, unused 0 port. Okay, so unused 0 port will be your unmatched records. That's it. Okay, So I don't have to draw this diagram, okay, for join. Just imagine, okay, so you just connect, these two input files to the join, and then put an inner join, okay, inner join, type, and then collect from the, draw one port from, flow from the unused 0. That will be kind, connected as the output file, okay, your 6 7 8 9 10. So it's a simple one. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's it for today's use case, a simple one. Okay, so you see, you must understand the look functions. Okay, see, lookup functions available is that, match, okay, and then you have lookup next, and then lookup local. Okay, and then you have other dynamic includes lookup add and lookup create and everything. Okay, so and lookup count. Okay, so see, you have to understand these functions. Okay, so you'll see for some interview questions based on lookup count as well. Okay, and then lookup next as well. Okay, so lookup next will be interesting, okay, to know, to understand the, to study. Okay, okay, so so that's it. Okay, so that's it for today's. So I'll just bring up another, another useful, useful concepts. Okay, so until then, tata, bye bye.